of Skywalker came out, and a lot of people are talking about some different things about Rey and about the Emperor and all this stuff, but a lot of people aren't talking about the main thing that I really want to talk about, Kylo Ren. And in this video will contain full-on spoilers from now on for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. If you've not seen it, walk away now. I'll give you about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and talk about his death. Should he have died? Now, that is a question that a lot of people aren't really asking. A lot of people aren't really wondering to know that question. Should Kylo Ren have actually died? And here's my brief opinion before I go into a bit more detail. My exact answer is no. The answer is absolutely no. I say this because the sequel trilogies were already getting hated on, and this film is already getting hating on as much as it does. It does not need a Return of the Jedi-esque ending. It doesn't need that. What it should have done is kept Rey dead. I say this because I feel like Disney made a choice, and I really liked the choice that they made. But then they kind of backed off from the choice and be like, no, we're just going to do the whole Vader thing. And have Kylo Ren die because Vader died. And I said in my wishes video about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever it was, I did not want him to die. I said that. And when Rey died, I was like, okay, that's good. But then Kylo Ren sucked his energy into her. She came alive and he died instantly. And I'm not even going to go into the kiss thing. That's for a whole nother video. And overall, this thoughts of this thing, I was just like, I didn't really want that. I like Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is probably the most interesting character in the sequel trilogy. He has, people said he's mostly just a Vader clone. I don't think that really, me personally. He's a character who has a lot going on. And I feel like his death just kind of wasted the character. In Force Awakens, they introduced a lot of stuff. I really felt like it was a good setup. Last Jedi didn't really execute that very well. But then Rise of Skywalker kind of just took a dump on his character and be like, no, we're going to do this thing. Instead, you're basically just going to become a Vader character now. And I feel like in Force Awakens and Last Jedi, he was a lot more than that. And Rise of Skywalker had a really high character to bring, but I feel like they just put him down to such lower levels to make him a lot more like Darth Vader, because Darth Vader is a fan favorite. Kylo Ren has become a fan favorite, but some people don't like Kylo Ren, so they're like, okay, let's just make him more like Vader, and maybe people will like him more. That's actually going to make people like Kylo Ren less than they actually do. So here's how I would fix the ending of this film. I am planning on probably making a video of how I would fix The Rise of Skywalker, but I'm not going to go into that this video. I'm just going to talk about this sequence. Okay. At the end of the film, when the Emperor force pushes Kylo Ren or Ben Solo into this hole. Okay. Rey gets up, she deflects his lightning with 2 sabers and all that stuff. She uses all her energy to kill the Emperor. Okay? Her complete energy is completely drained. She's dead. She's pale as a ghost. She's absolutely dead on the ground. Kylo Ren comes crawling through the hole. This hole that the Emperor force pushed him into. Okay? And then he acts her energy. And then he dies. That's how it happens. Here's how I would fix this. He comes out of this hole. He sees Rey's dead. He tries to put all his power, but he's not strong enough. Because half his life has been completely sucked out of his system. He's really wounded. He just got force pushed by the Emperor, the most powerful system in the galaxy, into this hole. So that's probably going to take some damage. Rey is completely dead. Like, completely as dead as a doornail. He tries to suck his life into her and but he doesn't have enough. And then she stays dead. And he is still wounded. And then they can move on. Disney could still have that he tries to save her. They could still even have the kiss if they wanted to. They could still have both ways, but they could swap the two characters. Instead of Kylo Ren just being like Vader, Rey could have been like Vader. And then, all of it, he goes back to Kylo. Instead of Rey taking the two sabers and burying them in Tatooine, it's Ben Solo. Okay? Goes to there. He hides him in. The older lady that's at Tatooine could still ask that question, who are you? He'll say Ben. And he could have said Ben Solo. But if Disney really wanted the big cloud piece, they could even say, he could even say Skywalker. Because if you remember, the Emperor said the last Skywalker. Because technically, he's a Skywalker. Because he could have said Skywalker. Or something in that manner. He still could have been Ghost. Rey could have also been there. And then he would have looked into the two sons. BB-8 could have even been there. And then the film ends. The only thing that we're changing is instead of Rey, it's Kylo Ren. This would have been a much more emotional ending. It would have been also a great character off. Because the way they end off Kylo Ren's character, I absolutely hated. I hated what they did with his character in Rise of Skywalker. Totally. And it would have redeemed that whole thing. That's how I kind of would have fixed this problem. This whole issue. Because I hated what they did with Kylo Ren's character. I don't think he should have died. I think Rey should have stayed dead and they should have just continued on. That's what they should have done. And I think it would have been a much more emotional. And the audience wouldn't have freaked out about that name thing like everyone else has done, be included. Because technically he is, in his birthright, technically a Solo. So the audience wouldn't hopefully go absolutely bananas over it.
It's an instinct.
That's how I would have fixed it. But what we got in was just a safe rehash of Return of the Jedi, and it just felt, to me, it felt safe. It felt like the obvious choice. It felt like this is what we need to do. I think this is how we need to do it. And to me, it felt lazy. It felt not interesting, and it didn't feel compelling to me. It felt off. So those were my quick thoughts of should he have died and how I would have fixed his death. Let me know if you think Kylo Ren should have died, and if you didn't think, if you did think you should have died, why? If you didn't, that's kind of my solution. If you guys did enjoy this video, if you guys could hit that like button, absolutely helps this channel out a ton. Subscribe and hit that post notification bell so you guys never miss when I upload another video. And anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. General out.